ladies and gentlemen. I'm trapped on a desk with Caleb Boatman.
You know, many people, if I had a nickel for every time someone has said that about me, I would have about 15 cents, but, you know.
Wow. Weird that it happened more than once. But hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Fandom Fights. We have an exciting episode for you here today. The winner of this match today will get into a #1 contender match to face the champion near the end of the year, I believe, in a championship match. Like I said, on the desk, we have Caleb Boatman, but the match today, we have Tim Brzakala going up against Jacoby Bancroft. Tim Brzakala, of course, the current Fandom Team's champion. Jacoby Bancroft making a run after his early exit in the tournament, winning a couple matches to get to the spot today. Boatman, are you excited?
Yes, I am. Jacoby, also a pretty high-ranked Warzone player, but he's always been really good at Fandom. And Tim, of course, being the Fandom Team champion currently. So let's see how this goes.
All right. Let's see what the players have to say in promos right now.
Jacoby, how are you doing, my man?
I am doing great. I'm excited. I forgot to do my hair, which I said I was going to do, and I didn't. So I'm a little disappointed in that. But that's fine. That's fine. Everything else is okay. I'm excited. I'm pumped. This is going to be awesome.
Listen, man, you don't need to do your hair when you've got a Hawaiian shirt like that. Okay, my Hawaiian shirt brother. This is our first Fandom match as Club Dread, and couldn't be happier to have you starting out. And I think that you're gonna kill it today. We're gonna have some fun because that's what we're about. And you're going on a run, man. You're very close. You're close to getting a contender match. So let's do it.
And that's crazy. No matter what happens, I'm happy to be here right now. I'm happy to have you as my manager, fellow Hawaiian shirt brothers. I'm happy to be representing Club Dread, and I'm happy to be playing Tim because he's always above managing. Calling all the matches. It's going to be fun to play him for the first time ever. So we're going to have a good time. Let's do this.
Let's do it, man.
So the last time I managed you in Fandom, I told you to bet 2 on a Marvel question, and it turned out to be a Venom question, and both you guys, you and him, didn't know the answer. So hopefully I do a better job tonight. I just think I laid down. I prayed somebody would show up instead of the other manager for that old faction. And we got Ethan Beller. This is a breath of fresh air. I like Jacoby. I like Beller. So there's going to be no animosity. I just know somebody in this community hates losing more than I do. And his name's Tim Brzakala. So I need you to win this. I need you to get into a #1 contenders match. And I need you to do what has been happening all season long is you versus TWOHIG. The community might be tired of it. You and Nick might be tired of it. But that would just be a perfect scenario to end the season is you versus Nick to close it out. How are you feeling?
I would even be happy with Maggie versus TWOHIG,
That's true too.
Because that's happening, so that would even be a cool thing to happen. So I'd even be okay with that. What's that? First order in the first order. Yes. No, I really like Jacoby. Like he said, we've never played each other ever in anything. But no, I really like Jacoby. I said in his last match hosting, every time he's playing, I have a good time. I studied for this match. I prepared for this match. But if he happens to beat me and go on, let's find out if the curse is real. If TWOHIG's the only one who can beat him, I don't know if it's true, but I'd be happy for him if he went on. But of course, I would like to win today. That's of course.
And isn't it just fitting versus Jacoby? This entire fan league's come full circle. We're a lot different than we were like a year ago. So
that is accurate.
Let's do this.
Caleb Boatman, how about those promos?
They were promos, all right. People said things. There were words.
Yes.
Managers showed up.
Correct.
It was a wild time, TWOHIG.
The people playing, they were there as well.
Oh, man, I missed that. Can I go back and watch it again?
No, because we need to get into the match. Let's bring in our contenders for today's Fandom Fights match, Tim and Jacoby.
Oh, Jacoby's here. Hi.
Gentlemen, here's how your first round will work. You will get 10 questions from the realm of Fandom Fights in 10 different categories. A perfect round, meaning you hit all 10 questions, will trigger a bonus question. You must write down and say your answer. There is no stealing in this first round. And throughout the entirety of the match, you'll get 3 repeats and 1 challenge. Are there any questions?
No.
Nah.
All right, cool. I will read the first question, Mr. Boatman, if you don't mind. Your first question is in the category of MCU. Your question. When Steve first becomes Captain America and chases Heinz Kruger in Captain America: The First Avenger, he uses what as a shield when Heinz starts shooting at him?
You know, Tuig, I work with a lot of older people. Some would call them boomers. And sometimes when they can't find something, I will say, and I find it, I will say, boom, you looking for this?
That was 5, 4, 2, 1. Pens down. We will pretend that didn't happen and go to Jacoby.
A sewer cap?
And Tim.
I said a car door.
A car door or a cab door is the correct answer.
It would have been better if it was a sewer cap.
Okay. Next question comes in the category of Worlds of DC. Which Suicide Squad member asks Amanda Waller for BET as a request at the end of Suicide Squad?
I'm sorry. BET is in boy. ET is that what?
Letter B, yes. You like this movie, Boatman?
I don't, but I don't hate it. It feels like Dude Bro shoved a monster and wrote a movie, and then an emo kid rewrote that movie.
Pens down. Tim.
I don't know what that meant. I didn't go to college, so I said Captain Boomerang.
And Jacoby.
There's the Black Entertainment Network or whatever it's called, but Killer Croc?
Killer Croc is the correct answer.
There we go. That makes sense.
Black Entertainment Television. That's what it stands for.
Yes, because it's a T, not an N. All right.
Yeah, I was like, Ben. No.
Your third question is in the category of Bond. Which Bond actor can be found in the same films as characters named Jaws and J.W. Pepper?
You know, Tuig, if you were facing off against Jaws, do you think pepper in the eyes would be a good weapon?
No, I think explosive gas canisters in the jaw area would be better.
I don't know about that. I think pepper in the eyes would be very good.
Time proven and tested. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It happened in Jaws 2, so it didn't happen.
We'll go to Jacoby.
Hope I understood the question right. Is it Roger Moore?
And Tim.
Roger Moore.
Both correct.
Okay, good.
We're actually looking for Roger Less as we go into your next question, which comes in the category of Disney live action. In National Treasure Book of Secrets, 2 resolute desks were created as puzzles that held clues. Name one of the 2 world landmarks where the resolute desks can be found.
Still holding out hope for a third one.
I heard a rumor that they were gonna set it in a look for Atlantis.
Oh, because that makes, you know what? Sure.
I mean, it could happen.
Yeah, no.
Things do come true.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Tim.
The White House.
And Jacoby.
The White House.
Both correct. We also would have accepted Buckingham Palace.
We wouldn't have accepted the song Our House by Madness, but it is a banger.
True, because that was not related to the question at all. Your next question is in the category of Planet of the Apes. Why is Taylor unable to speak to the apes for the beginning of Planet of the Apes 1968?
I was told to shut up by Cody Newberry.
I was going to say, I bet Cody would wish you were the subject of this question. Yes. Unable to speak. I don't wish that, Boatman. I just want you to know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tim.
He was shot in the neck.
Jacoby.
Oh, I said his throat is cut.
Shot in the neck is correct. We cannot accept throat is cut. So Tim will take a 4-3 lead as we get into your next question.
All right, your next question comes in the category of Wizarding World. Who does Harry think saves him and Sirius from a lot of Dementors by a lake in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban?
You like lakes? What's your favorite body of water?
I think my favorite body of water is the one from The Abyss, because that is an actual body made of water.
5, 4, 3.
The Abyss fandom appreciates that.
Pens down. Jacoby.
His dad.
And Tim.
His father.
We can accept both of those answers.
If you wanted to show off, you could have written James Potter, but we would have made fun of you.
I didn't want to misspell it.
Fair.
Fair.
Okay. I just,
yeah, you're right.
Are we done?
No.
I thought it's your question, Twig.
My apologies. All right, your next question is in the category of DC. Which Marvel actor plays Burke, Quentin Turnbull's right-hand henchman in Jonah Hex?
Why don't they have a left-hand henchman? Seems like it would be useful.
They could be, but it's like they're less dominant henchmen.
That's fair.
They use it when they have to, but they favor the right.
Fair enough.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
All right. Repeating the question, the category of DC. Which Marvel actor plays Burke, Quentin Turnbull's right-hand henchman in Jonah Hex? If you had a henchman, Boatman, who would it be?
Is Kaleb Koho my henchman?
I don't know.
Mike is.
Might be the other way around.
It
4,
might be the other way around.
2,
You're all henchmen.
1. Hands down. Forget who we're on. So Jacoby.
No, Sam Elliott.
And Tim.
Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender is the correct answer.
Okay, as we get into your next question, which comes in the category of Disney animation, what does Kenai do, which causes him to be turned into a bear in Brother Bear?
We will take a general answer.
I just want to say this movie has a great soundtrack.
You said it sucks.
I said what I had to do for a debate match where I had to pick second.
I was there. You said you didn't like it. It hurt my feelings. I like this movie.
I said what I had to, and I won the point.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Tim.
I said he kills Coda's mother.
And Jacoby.
He kills a mother bear.
We can accept both those. Tim in the lead, 7-5. As we get into your penultimate question. Trying to think of another word, but might as well just use that one. In the category of Pixar, what is the name of the daycare in Toy Story 3?
Did you go to daycare as a kid, Twig?
I did. I tried to escape over the fence, and I cut my belly on the fence, and I still have a scar from when I was a young lad.
Is that true?
100% true. Ask my mom. 5, 4.
What's the scar?
2, 1. Pens down. I should have known that was coming. Jacoby.
Sunnyside?
And Tim.
Sunnyside.
Both correct.
Okay, and your final question comes in the category that, Middle Earth. Besides Boromir, who finds Frodo off wandering, who's the first one to notice that Frodo is missing from the group at the end of Fellowship of the Ring?
I'm going to give you a free repeat because Boatman added an inflection in the wrong place.
I add the
Don't worry, I got you, Boatman. Here's the question. Besides Boromir, who finds Frodo off wandering, who is the first one to notice that Frodo is missing from the group at the end of Fellowship of the Ring?
First person to notice he's missing.
Other than Boromir. I guess that probably would have been a better way to write that question. But here we are.
It's almost like I'm bad at this category, so I didn't understand the question myself. And it's how Jacoby won.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we'll go to Tim.
I said Gimli.
And Jacoby.
Aragon?
The answer is Mary.
Okay.
Mary asks where Frodo is. But at the end of round 1, we have Tim in the lead with 8 to Jacoby's 6. Anything supposedly can happen as we get into round number 2. here's how round number 2 will work. We have a wheel with several categories from the realm of Fandom Fight. Each player will take a spin at the wheel, and you will get 5 questions from said category. You have the option to go to multiple choice, but going to multiple choice will lower the point value of the question from 2 to 1. There is stealing in this round, so if you miss the question, your opponent will get the chance to steal. Tim, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or second after I tell you what's on the wheel?
That was my question.
Your categories today. And here, let me share so that you can see it.
I hate when the wheel, I don't know it. That's until the last. Look at all them tabs. Okay.
All right. Hey, there's not that many. Your categories today are Middle-earth, Rocky, Pixar, James Bond, MCU, Scores and Soundtracks, YA Dystopia, Star Wars, and Spinners and Opponent's Choice.
I think we're going second.
Yeah, we'll go second.
All right. Jacoby, you are up.
I want to go first.
Jacoby,
Not
this
bad,
is your
not bad.
spin.
All right, let's see what we got.
And it lands on Spinner's Choice.
Nice.
No, this sucks because this puts a lot of pressure on me. I was hoping just to go with the flow.
No, you go with your gut, man. You know it.
Certainly not Rocky. Can you scroll down so I can see the things again? Just so I can make sure.
I feel like for you, I'm leaning with like Middle Earth or Pixar, but
One of those two, it's going to be it. I think so. But let's go with
Yeah.
Pixar. Let's go with
yeah,
Pixar.
let's do it.
It's
All right.
neck and neck between those two.
All right. Jacoby, I will read you your questions in the category of Pixar.
Okay.
Remember that these are worth 2 points, and you do have the option of multiple choice, and there is stealing in this round. I've said all that.
Sorry, 4 questions or 6? Sorry. Or 5. It's 5, isn't it? It's 5 questions.
It is 5.
I always ask that every time, so I always forget. Sorry. Okay, continue.
All good. All right. Here are your questions.
Okay.
Question number 1. In Ratatouille, what is the name of Gusteau's cookbook?
Anyone can cook.
That is correct for 2 points.
Whew. There was a moment there where I wasn't sure if it had like a subtitle.
All right. Your second question. Dynaco appears as a sponsor in Cars and also as a physical location in what Pixar film? Five, 4.
Toy Story.
Toy Story is correct for 2 points.
Can I bring in Cody?
Sure.
Give me a breather.
It also appears in Toy Story 4 as well, which is what I was thinking. It's a gas station, like a Dynaco gas station in Toy Story 4, which is what I was thinking. So,
Does it appear in Toy Story? What was the question?
so the question was Dynaco is a sponsor in Cars, and it appears as a physical location in what Pixar film? And he said Toy Story, which is correct, but it's also in Toy Story 4. So there's like multiple answers. So do you think there's basis on a challenge with that?
What?
Just because I would have, my answer would have been Toy Story 4, which also would have been correct because it's a gas.
I think they would have 2 acceptable answers at that point. I don't think we'd get a new question.
Okay, that's fair.
That goes back to my putting Martha Thomas and
That's fair.
I don't think we'd get it.
That's just what I was.
But I
asking.
understand.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're fine.
All right. So Jacoby will get the 2 points. The score is now 10-8 in favor of Jacoby.
and let's stop.
Jacoby, moving on to your third question. What is the name of the superhero who Mr. Incredible finds the body of in the cave in The Incredibles?
Gazer beam.
Gazer beam is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question in this category. Who voices an early Pixar princess and a recent Pixar mother?
Julia Louise-Dreyfus.
That is correct for another 2 points. And your final question. Where at Monsters, Inc. do Mike and Sully first start working at the end of Monsters University?
The mailroom.
The mailroom is correct for a clean sweep of the category. You've gotten your score up to 16 points. We will now bring in Cody for Tim's spin.
I love when we should have went first with spinner's choice. That's why I hate those categories. Spinners and opponents die.
All right, Tim, here is your spin. Lands on scores and soundtracks.
I've been studying it.
I
don't think I can go 10 for 10, but I've been studying it. But also, like,
can you go 8 for 10?
Maybe. It's tough.
I mean, there's stuff we don't want, but honestly, I don't. We need a good round, so it's your. I would say spin again.
Can I hear the categories again, just for?
The categories are Middle Earth, Rocky, Pixar has been used, but you have James Bond, MCU, scores and soundtracks, YA dystopia, and Star Wars.
The good outweighs the bad, so yeah, let's just try again, I think.
All right, your second spin. It lands on Rocky.
Oh, boy. All right.
Played smart.
Yep.
And I will give you your questions in the category of Rocky, Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your first question. In Rocky 3, how many title defenses has Rocky won at the start of the film?
Multiple choice.
Oh, your multiple choice options are A5, B10, C15, D20.
10.
That is correct for 1 point. In Rocky 5, what city does George Washington Duke want Rocky to fight Union Kane in?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, Los Angeles, B, London, C, Rio, D, Tokyo.
Can I hear the options one more time?
Yes, A, Los Angeles, B, London, C, Rio, D, Tokyo.
Tokyo?
That is correct for 1 point. In Creed, what last name does Adonis go by so that people don't know he is a Creed?
Oh. Multiple choice.
Right. Your options are A, Johnson, B, Smith, C, Jackson, D, Turner.
Can I hear the options one more time?
A, Johnson, B, Smith, C, Jackson, D, Turner.
A.
That is correct for 1 point. And your penultimate question in the category of Rocky. Who is the first person Rocky is seen fighting in Rocky?
Spider Rico?
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in the category of Rocky. After being fired from the meat packing plant, where does Rocky get a job in Rocky 2?
Five, four.
Repeat the question.
Okay. With that as your first repeat, if I'm not mistaken. After being fired from the meat packing plant, where does Rocky get a job in Rocky 2?
I have a guess, but I just don't think it's right. Multiple choice.
Oh, your multiple choice options are A, Mickey's Gym, B, Lucky 7 Tavern, C, Andy's Bar, D, the Philadelphia Museum of Art.
Go with what I was thinking before, Mickey's Gym.
That is correct.
Should have gone for it.
All right. After round two, both competitors with a clean sweep of their category. Tim having to check the multiple choice a couple of times. So Jacoby comes out with the lead 16-14 as we get into round three. Here is how round 3 will work. It is the betting round. So I will say the category of the question. There will be 5 questions. You may bet 0 to 2 points based on the category. You will then hear the question, and if you get it right, you will gain those points. If you get it wrong, you will lose those points. Your first question in number 3 is in the category of DC.
Who talks first? You or me? Who wants to go?
Jacoby, listen, that was a great round 2. You've got a 2-point buffer right now, so if you feel good about DC, take it easy maybe.
I'm like half and half. I think I should play it safe
Maybe
for
1
right
point.
now. And then, like a 1 point.
1 or 0.
Oh, should I go with 0 or 1?
So why
I
you
would say
deal with that dilemma? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no. You go. You talk to Tim.
I'll think about it. Go.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a round that we can make up ground on,
I agree.
but we can also lose footing on.
Yeah.
I lean towards that we can gain ground on it more because I think that you can surprise yourself with your DC knowledge, honestly.
Okay.
So I would swing if I'm going to, I would take the shot. We have plenty.
Points.
Yeah. I'll let you make that judgment call. I'm just saying we have plenty of time to make up this ground. We're only down 2, so I will let you make that. But if this is a round that we can, because we don't know what's coming, but okay. I'll let you decide.
All right.
What are you leaning towards,
They bet
Jacoby? I'm
1,
leaning
we bet
towards 1.
I think I'm doing 1.
Okay, yep.
All right. We all good?
Yep.
That is a yes. All right. And I will give you the question in the category of, after, of course, we see what you're betting. Jacoby.
1 point.
And Tim.
2.
All right.
Ooh, we're going to be big.
Your question in DC. How does Bane kill Dr. Pavel in the football stadium in The Dark Knight Rises? You ever kill anyone in a football stadium, Boatman?
Not in a football stadium, no.
Cool. We don't need to.
Football.
That's fair. Understood. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. We will go to Jacoby for 1 point.
Breaks his neck.
And Tim.
Snaps his neck.
We can accept both of those answers. Jacoby will gain 1 point and Tim will gain 2.
Oh, man.
Your next category, which Boatman will hit you with right now, is
Wizarding World. And just for points clarification, Jacoby is at 17, Tim is at 16.
Basically, what I was going to say on that is for you to not know the DC question and Jacoby know it over you. At that point, I didn't see an option. So, because he's betting at least. So you know what to do on this one. I don't need to talk.
Yeah.
Jacoby, I feel like I think you feel pretty strong in this. What are you thinking?
I think this is one that I might know. If it's a good amount, I think I'm gonna go for it.
I think you should. You got 1 point. You got 1 point ahead right now, so you're okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
all right. We good? Everyone good? All right. Okay.
Okay. That's from Tim.
2.
And Jacoby.
2 points.
Okay.
Go, Tim.
Be a make or break in terms of the game. Let's see what happens. When Harry reveals himself to Snape in the Great Hall in Deathly Hallows Part 2, who steps in front of Harry and battles Snape?
Both players seem to be happy that they swung, as it
This
were.
could be a question that does not change the status quo of where the score is, or it could be.
Are you quoting like High School Musical or something?
No, status quo is like an actual term.
Oh, 5,
I played Troy Bowl, High School Musical.
3,
That makes sense.
1. Pens down. We'll go to Tim.
Spelled horribly, but McGonagall.
It's all right. I still don't know how to spell it either. Jacoby.
I spelled it the exact same way. McGonagall.
Hey, both are correct.
Okay, it is 20 to 19, if I'm not mistaken.
19.
19-18. All right, the next category
is the score.
So Jacoby has 19, Tim has 18.
How many
Next-
questions?
19 to 18. That's where I got math from.
3.
3 left.
Questions left? Jesus.
Good
3
call,
left.
Jacoby.
Your next category that you can bet points on is Middle Earth.
Oh, fucking A. Shit balls. I mean, sorry.
Do you want me to say anything, Tim?
Jacoby,
Studying this, but I can't risk it. No way I'm going to pull another lucky answer out.
you don't think so? All right. If you don't feel strongly, you can go 1. But I feel like Tim will be going 2, and he will get it. So we'll tie you up. But if you don't feel strong enough, don't risk the extra point.
I don't feel strong
Okay.
at all.
Then
I
you know
feel
what? A tie is
all my
good. A tie is good if it
gone.
happens. That's fine.
Unless it's Bart the Bowman is the answer.
All right, we good, manager?
Yeah.
All righty then. We will get bets starting with Jacoby
0 points.
and Tim.
Hope I don't miss it like the round 1, but round 2 points.
Please.
All right, your question in the realm of Middle Earth. In Return of the King, when Sam is climbing stairs to rescue Frodo from the Mordor orcs, he kills 3 orcs. Name 2 of the 3 things he yells that he kills them in honor of.
I'm glad I bet 0. Let's guess this.
Jacoby disappointing me that he does not consider himself a Middle-earth wizard, despite the fact that he beat me on a Middle-earth quiz.
Yeah, it's kind of a stab in the heart there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Jacoby first.
The Shire and his friends.
Close. Tim.
The Shire and his gaffer.
We can accept that. It was the other one was just one of his friends, Frodo.
What is a gaffer?
I don't know.
But he
I
yelled it out.
know, but I watched the movie with subtitles on, and I know it's gaffer.
All right. So Tim taking the lead with that question. The score is now 20-19 in Tim's favor. I'll bring back in managers. And the next category, hit him with him, Boatman.
Pixar.
Jacoby, come on.
I have to.
You gotta do it.
You think I go big?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure.
Did you know all of his answers? And
I knew all but one of them.
So ask one like that, please. Like the one that gave.
Well, let me.
Exactly.
I knew all. I bet on multiple choice. I would have gotten the one I didn't know. But
okay,
yeah.
that's all right. Let's go.
I don't matter for the betting round. Okay.
All right. We will get bets starting with Tim
2.
and Jacoby.
2 points.
So shocking. Boatman.
Oh god, drop my pen. Stop. Okay, sorry.
All right, Boatman, give him that question.
Who voices disgust in Inside Out?
Disgust is what I call Cody when I perform poorly in a trivia match. 5, 4, 3,
This is stressful.
2,
Yeah.
1. Pens down. We will go to Tim
Mindy Kaling.
and Jacoby.
Mindy Kaling.
Both correct for 2 points. Score is 22-21 as we get into the final question.
Oh, come on.
Category,
I
which
get
is, it can't be Pixar again, but the category is fandom quotes.
That's a mixed bag, Jacoby.
Well, so
That's a
Such a push bag.
tough one.
I want to go for it
Yeah.
because fortune favors the bold. And Tim is more on the fence to play it safe and has to bet on the fact that if I hit it. And I just kind of want to go for it. I mean, I can't.
Okay.
So I have to bet something unless.
I would say maybe 1, but if you feel very strong, if you really want to go for it, you can go 2. But that could be a big swing against us if it goes poorly. But if you feel confident, then go big.
If I bet 1, then it would either go to sudden death or which he would probably beat me in. Let's be honest. 2 forces him to. Oh, God.
You know what? If you sound like you feel strong. Go big.
I feel like, yeah. I'll tell you my logic afterwards.
Okay.
So here's what I'm thinking.
I'll put pressure on him.
What's up?
Well, what were you gonna say?
What I was going to say is to go because I don't like sudden death. We know this about me.
I think I should. If he's gonna bet 2, then If he hits, he wins. So I say I bet 2. If we both miss, I still win.
Right. But if he hits and you miss, you lose. But at that point, you're still risking.
Yeah.
It's come down to the same thing.
At that point, good on him for knowing it.
And the great news is you wouldn't have to play another title match in Fandom this season, which would be not the one.
That actually sounds fucking great. So yeah,
I would bet 2 and just both swing at it. See what happens. To fall into your realm over Jacoby's, I like the chances because at the end of the day, you write quotes. So there's a chance that you wrote it or thought about it at some point.
I would hope he didn't write it.
And confirm Tim
in his doc, like at some point.
What if I just put 0 on my board just to real fuck things up?
Let's find out. Jacoby, what'd you put?
I did it. Let's go for it. 2 points.
And Tim.
we're gonna have a winner after this one.
Indeed, we will. Gentlemen, your question in quotes. And I don't know that my heart can take any more Jacoby matches. Right. Your question. In X2, Nightcrawler says the quote, "Someone so beautiful should not be so angry." Who is he talking to who also has the response, "Sometimes anger can help you survive"?
Are we sure this isn't an Inside Out quote?
You know what? I think it is also an Inside Out quote.
Isn't everything?
5, 4.
Get away from her, you.
Was that a repeat, Jacoby?
Yeah, repeat.
Okay. Repeating the question. In X2, Nightcrawler says the quote, "Someone so beautiful should not be so angry." Who is he talking to who also has the response, "Sometimes anger can help you survive"? Tense. Boatman, how's it feel being on the other side of it?
It's better than being in this match.
5.
Repeat.
Jacoby's final repeat. And the question is, in X2, Nightcrawler says the quote, "Someone so beautiful should not be so angry." Who is he talking to who also has the response, "Sometimes anger can help you survive"?
I will say it's probably a better situation than betting 0, knowing Jacoby bet 2, and then just hoping that he doesn't know that it's a sword and a torch.
That's very fair. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Jacoby first.
I had one answer written down, but I switched it because I expected this to be some type of trick. I said Wolverine.
And Tim.
Storm.
And your winner, Tim the Hulk Brzakala. The answer was Storm, though it would have been quite adorable if Nightcrawler called Wolverine beautiful.
I thought he was like talking to somebody about Storm.
I feel you, but the answer was Storm. We do have a winner in Tim Brzakala. Boatman, what that?
Yeah, it was a good match. Kept it close, kept my heart racing. Lead changed a couple times. So Jacoby matches are always good matches.
That's very true. If anything, we can say for Jacoby, Jacoby brings the views. And speaking of the man, let's get Jacoby and his manager, Ethan. Ethan, Jacoby played like a madman. You got to be proud of him. How you feeling?
I mean, I would have said the same thing. He had a hell of a match. There's nothing to feel bad about. You know, he took it to the end. That's all I can say. I mean, he played a great match. I'm happy for that to be our first Fandom match. You know, win or lose, it was killer.
Yeah, my goal was just because, again, Tim is such a good player. I just wanted to make it close. I didn't want like a blowout. And I brought it down to the final question. And I'm happy that there was, because I had Storm written down and I erased it just because I knew he knew it was Storm. And I thought I'd swing and do a different guess. But either way, even if I had kept Storm, it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah. Wouldn't have mattered at all. So thought I'd try something tricky there. Thought they were trying to trick us with the last question. But yeah, there was no really points that I fumbled on that I was like, man, I should have hit that. I did everything that I could do. I put bet 0 on the points that I didn't know, and I think it all kind of worked out. So I mean, this was such a blast, and it was so much fun. Thank you for managing me, new manager.
No problem, man. New player. Yeah, I just want to say also, like, Tim played a great game. You know, that's what it came down to. He played a really, really great game. Jacoby played a great game, slightly less, and that's, you know, sometimes that makes a difference, but it's okay. We're happy.
Couldn't agree more. Jacoby, it would seem that the curse is still intact because it's not just me, it's the Knights of Ren
So we only lose to the Knights of Ren. Okay, so that's what brought in the Horizons. I only lose to Knights of Ren.
Correct.
No, he only loses to Nick and Tim.
Nick and Tim, only two.
It's just the two.
Those are the two.
Yeah.
All right, Jacoby, one last question. Is there anyone you haven't played yet? I think your single season may be done for right now, but next season, is there anyone you're looking forward to playing against?
Nico or RJ, maybe? Like, I think those would be fun, those matches. I think those would be good to do. I think we're kind of close to the same level. But they're actually really good. Bring me someone lower seed. I think less stressful matches, please, for the love of God.
All right.
So,
cool. We will try to find you a lower seed in that case. Great job today, Jacoby. Let's bring in our victor today, Tim and Cody. Wow. Jacoby just makes me nervous, even when I have nothing to do with the match. But how about you guys? How are the heart rates doing?
I mean, it helps with having Tim as a player because, like, even when he's unconfident, like not confident in himself, I'm pretty confident in his ability. So sometimes I have to push back against his like defeat of himself. And at the end, I mean, it could have came up any scenario. It happened to come up X2, which thank God it came up like an X2 or an X-Men or something. It could have been a Disney animation. It could have been Colts are such a wild card. But at the end of the day, we both had to swing. Jacoby's a great player. He's 6 points in round one. He swept Pixar, which put the pressure on us. We got Rocky, which we're not happy with. You did really good maneuvering multiple choice as well as you could, not allowing any steals really to him, which helped us. And that I think the match came down to the 2 points on DC at the beginning. We were back and forth questioning the decision, and luckily we went with 2, and it paid off for us. How are you feeling, Tim? I think you did a great job. Again, you've done great all this whole season long. So you're muted.
Of course I am. No, I feel good. 8 points in round one. I feel good about. I'd be interested to know how I would have done in scores and soundtracks, but Rocky, like it's fine. Like it did us what we needed to do here today. And then, the betting round, Middle Earth coming in clutch, saving me again. That's always nice. I like that. I feel really good. Number one contenders match. I hope I lose there. Honestly, like if Koho comes in, I won't lay down for Koho, but if Maggie wins, then me and her can have a good time. We can play a fun match, and then one of us can go and do whatever. But yeah, no, oof. I
mean, as much as I would love to see Koho KO'd by TWOHIG in a 5-round match, I don't want that to happen. But I understand where you're coming from. Yeah. This season's been a battle for Tim, if we're being honest. He got to that point. He's already played in 2 title matches. They didn't go his way. He played through a tournament. He played that didn't go his way either. I think last year we were thankful that we got timed out for the rest of the season. We got to go on a little bit of a break. We're needing a break at this point. But no, playing you at the end of the day will be our ideal scenario, or Maggie. One of the two playing you for the title. That just means it stays in the first order and we don't have anything to worry about. I will say this. Ethan Beller, a class act, a human being that we can all be proud of. That man should be man. He won't win Manager of the Year because I want to win Manager of the Year. But he may have my vote if he didn't start late because that man has class, respect. He's easy to work with. And Jacoby, man, a year has totally changed because we could have hated each other last year for sure because of Mike's and S's. But I think that we're on the right side of history this time. I think everything's going right. So, again, Jacoby's a class act. I can't wait to see Jacoby. I love Jacoby matches. So, again.
Yeah, I'm just excited. Like I said at the beginning, like, Jacoby's such a good dude, and, like, watching him play is so fun. Like, this was definitely, like, the most stressed I've been in a match all season. That wasn't, like, a title match scenario. So, and I'm just excited to see him in teams now, too, because, honestly, bye, Nick. I want him to make just a teams run with Brian then, so I can.
That team's gonna be great. Yeah,
that would be fun. Yeah.
Well, so
Boatman's gonna close it out.
I'll just close this out. Thank you to Cody and Tim. I think that Tim's next match is going to be very interesting, depending on who he's playing. Really, either way, it's going to be an interesting matchup, fun matchup to see. So, from Ethan Beller, from Jacoby, from Tim, and from Cody. I am Caleb Boatman. This is Fandom Fights.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good.